Yes, 18th Infantry Regiment, Big Red One, and I landed on the intermittent wave on D-Day because the 116th and the 16th were pinned down, and I landed on the beach between them, and it was utter chaos on the beach at the time. That's how I came ashore, because I had to come in ahead of time because they were placed. I was supposed to be on the second wave, but I came in, joined the first wave.
Describe, this is the day, 60 years. Describe your situation just down there 60 years ago.
60 years ago?
Today.
60 years ago, it was utter chaos on the beach. And there were a lot of bodies and a lot of men in the water, out of the water, and laying on the beaches. The first path across the beach in that area was made by the men who first crossed the beach. That's the only way the landmines got cleared. There were no shell holes, there were no bomb craters to get into. We were exposed to the open fire of the Germans, 4 different pillboxes, which 2 of them had crossfire and 2 right in front of us. And we came in there, we didn't know what we were doing, but we headed up to, I just led my squad. None of them had combat, so I had to lead them into it, and but they followed me everywhere I went, and it was great. The greatest thing that happened to me is I got all 12 of my men off the beach without a casualty, which was unheard of on D-Day, and I feel most honored for that. And I feel most honored for all of the people there who paid the supreme sacrifice, because my brother was killed on the second wave when he came in. And I didn't know about it for sure until July the 14th, when they officially notified me that he was killed on D-Day. But it was an awesome thing to witness and see and to be in.
Why is it important?
It's important because it started freedom around the world. The invasion of France and the victory here started the downfall of all of the forces that we were fighting, which are now democracy countries. It defeated fascism, Nazism, and imperialism, and started working on the communism. So the communist people are now getting spread freedom around the world, and we're still working on that.
What are your feelings when you come back to the cemetery here?
My feelings, I have a lot of friends that died here, died down there on the beach and are buried here. And I have very emotional feelings about everything. But they did bring my brother home and buried him in a cemetery in Manhattan, Kansas.
I believe these sacrifices, it's important to honor events like this.
Pardon?
These sacrifices.
Well, I wouldn't be here if those men hadn't sacrificed their lives, because I'm sure a lot of them saved my life, and I hope I saved a lot of lives too. But the point is that I'm here to honor them because they paid the supreme sacrifice, and I always tell people that my brother was my greatest hero. We fought through Africa and Sicily. This was our 3rd invasion, and he didn't make it for the 3rd. So he didn't make it because he got killed on the beach. And yes, I have a lot of feeling for this place.
Sir?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. One was Ed Michaels, who got a Medal of Honor, and the other one was John Morgan.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What, you know what bomb group? 8th Air Force.
I don't know which bomb group, but he's well known because they did a movie on his flight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yes, I wanted to ask you too. What were you awarded the Medal of Honor for? What exactly happened?
Well, just to make a long story short.
You can make it a long story. I'm sure we're all real interested.
No, I can't do that.
Okay. How about I'll look it up. I have a book on all the Medal of Honor winners.
All right.
I'll look you up.
On the 9th of June, I was credited with knocking out enemy patrol and 2 machine guns and a mortar position, which my squad helped me wipe out. The mortar position had 12 men in it. There was 2 mortar positions. And the next day, our squad was in an unattended position because when we got up to the hedgerow in front of us, we suddenly caught fire on 3 sides, and all of us were being fired upon, and the company commander asked us to withdraw from that position because we couldn't break through there without having a lot of casualties. And I knew then that if we turned around to go back, they'd just shoot us in the back as we went. So I stood up on a mound and fired in a semicircle. My automatic rifleman helped me, and we kept them pinned down, and the squad all got back except the one that got killed up in the hedgerow. And then he and I turned to go back, and I saw him putting a machine gun in the net down in the corner of the field about 150 yards from me or something like that. So I'm busy trying to pick off those guys when I got hit in the back, and it swung me around, and I was falling down, and of course I was shooting at forward arms, and I saw a German in the hedgerow, so I shot him and he fell out. And then I got up and I saw my automatic rifleman laying on the field up there because he got hit too. So I went up and I carried him back. Then I went back and got the rifle, carried it back.
Really?
And
Wow,
when
you were shot in the back at this
Oh
point.
yeah, and so we got the automatic rifleman load on the ambulance. I told the medic, I said, I want the medics to look at my wound. The company commander turned me around and says, wounded? You were wounded in the back? I said, yeah. He turned me around and he saw that bullet hole that came out my trench shell on me. He said, oh my God, you should be dead. You've been shot clear through. I said, no, it just went in the side here. It went in the side and into the pack and hit a bar of soap, and the bar of soap turned it and it came straight out the trench shovel in the back. So I refused to be medevac. They dressed my wounds, but I didn't have to carry my pack, and so I just carried a bandolier, bandoliers, a couple bandoliers in my rifle, and fought on with them until I got wounded again in August, and then I got wounded again in Hurricane Force, and I knew nothing about getting a Medal of Honor until I read about it in the Stars and Stripes.
Is that right, sir?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
amazing. Well, again, thank you for your service and everything
thank you.
you did for this country.
Thank you.
And again, it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Go tell my father I met you.
Okay, fine.